Being sorted to the governor's in Oxford herself, apparently. She's coming straight over here.
Have I got you in trouble, Morse? It's my fault. I shouldn't have run.
Well, there's no need for you to...
No, but there is. I remember at the station. They'd left me alone for a while to give me time to think things over. You came in. I'd never seen you before. You brought me a cup of tea.
Did I? Well, somebody must have told me to. I'd just been made sergeant.
You said, we've run out of milk. Hope that's okay, Mr. Bennett. That stayed with me. 16 years. Kind thought in a nasty world.
Sir?
I was pleased when I heard you were heading the Cryer investigation. I thought you'd be sensitive to what we're trying to do at Farnley. But now...
I have a major crime to solve, Mrs. Stevens.
You won't solve it by chasing paroled prisoners around Oxford.
It was a mistake. I have apologized.
Your inquiry seems to have done nothing but obstruct my work. Why shouldn't I seek to have you replaced?
Replace me and you'll find out about obstruction. Most of my colleagues have a rather dim view of your regime at Farnley. I have a horror of the prison system. I spend my working life sending people into it, and I've never yet seen good come out. I agree with what you're trying to do at Farnley, but...
Then why obstruct me?
But your trust has been abused. The liberties you allow are obstructing my investigation. There's been a murder. I have to pursue the killer, regardless of your experiment. That is my duty.
And bugger the consequences.
Now, can we please go to Emma Cryer's? You drive. Chocolates. I've even got us running errands for them now.
Mrs. Stevens okay?
Oh, perfect, Lewis. Perfect.
Bloody idiot, Peter.
Yes? Hello?
Please, I want to speak to Mrs. Cryer.
It's not convenient.
Mrs. Cryer?
Inspector.
Look, it's really not convenient.
Last time we met, you were concerned as to when we might release your husband's body.
I still am.
Did he know about this relationship? Did you tell him before he died?
Don't be ridiculous.
This relationship is recent and private.
It would have been inconvenient otherwise.
He was hardly likely to find out about it in prison.
What exactly are you here for, Inspector?
If you came to talk to Mrs. Cryer, I imagine it might be easier if I left.
Please, sit down, Mr. Thorne.
You disliked Lawrence Cryer, didn't you? You think he misled your father, don't you? Betrayed him.
I never knew much about the business. I hardly knew Cryer. I hardly knew anything at all. I just believed my own father.
Perhaps you'd like me to leave, Inspector.
And what do you believe now?
Now I know a little more.
And now you're having a relationship with Mr. Cryer's wife. And he's conveniently died and left her everything. That's practically the basis for a charge.
Rubbish. You can inspect the will if you like. There's nothing left of everything.
I'm interested in what's been left out in the will.
Why worry about what doesn't exist?
You've visited Farnley Prison a few times, haven't you, recently? The 15th, the 17th, and the day Mr. Cryer died, the 21st.
I was visiting my father.
Who wouldn't talk to you?
No.
And Mr. Bailey. You also saw Mr. Bailey with Mrs. Cryer.
What of it? We were friends.
So you were a friend of Bailey, but hardly knew Lawrence Cryer, with whom your father had worked for 10 years or more. What did you talk to your friend Bailey about?
I don't remember.
Money.
What money?
And to your father? Did you talk to him about money?
He's seen God. He'd give it all away.
And that would be a problem.
It's academic. He's got nothing to give away.
Inspector, if you persist in not talking to me, I believe I have every right in asking you to leave. If you don't, I shall call the police.
What does she want from you, Peter?
You were pushing it a bit there, sir.
Pushing it with that pair of hyenas.
You've got no evidence at all about this money.
What other explanation is there? All right, don't tell me. Follow it up if you must.
I've got a list of the investors who live locally.
I'm not chauffeuring you around Oxfordshire while you interview impoverished pensioners.
My car's at the station.
You still agree with cheating then? Secret bank accounts and all that?
Why else are they flapping around each other like some witch's Sabbath? They smell money. By the way, any agreement I have with Cheetham is entirely coincidental. He's an ambitious chancer. Just wants to crack a big case.
He'll be after your job if we do.
He'll be after Strange's job if we do. Then he'll be able to authorize his own phone taps. Right, off you go, Lewis. Give these to Bailey, will you? I'll see you at Farnley later.
Where are you off to?
I've got to do some legwork for Chief Superintendent Cheetham.
Afternoon. Keeping fit. I was just passing. I thought I'd see how you were. There's one thing puzzled me. You said you'd never been to the prison, but you used to go quite often, didn't you?
I said I don't anymore. Every time I had to screw myself up to go. It got too much, honestly.
Right. You think I should try this? Lose a bit of...
Yes, you should. I think you should.
Well, maybe not right now. What about a cup of tea?
Afternoon. Sergeant Lewis, Thames Valley CID.
You come back the door?
No,
Hang on a minute. It's all right. I'm going to get him done. Neutralised. Oh, he's got a lovely nature. Are you Dave Metcalf? No, I'm his brother, Andy. Look, you can't be serious about the... Bill, will you shut